All right, let me see if I can help you with a couple different methods of how to solve this. So first of all, I'm going to show you the best way I think to solve it is to, first of all, the first step, to put this into y equals mx plus b form, which it is. Secondly, when you do that, you graph b, and b is this is the positive 7 in this one and negative 5 in this one. So I'll do this one in blue, and I'll do this equation in red. Okay, so let's start with the blue equation. I'm going to graph it positive 7, so 2, 4, 6, and then 7. The second step, once you graph B, is you're going to count from B your M. So my M is 3, which is always the number in front of the X. But if it's on the numerator, that tells me to go up and down, and the denominator tells me to go left and right. The numerator, if it's positive, I go up. If it's negative, I go down. Denominator to the right, positive, I go up. Negative, I go down. Now, if you have a negative sign, you're allowed to have if the negative's in front, you can put the negative either to the positive or the negative, but not both. So I don't have a positive. Mine is a 3. Now, if it's a 3, I'm going to put that over 1 because 3 is the same as 3 divided by 1. So this means that I'm going to go up 3 to the right 1. So from this dot, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 to the right 1. Okay, now I'm going to determine if it's going to be dotted lines, and dotted line is from a less than or greater than, or a solid line, and that's going to be from a less than or equal to or greater than equal to. The dotted line indicates that it is merely coming really close to it. The solid line says that it touches it. So this is what I'm looking at here. And that is definitely going to be a dotted line. So I'm going to just go dot, 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 dot. And now we're going to determine how to shade. And to determine whether to shade is I want all the numbers that are greater than. The easiest way, honestly, that I do is anything that's like if you're, you just imagine if this was a line or if you're at the ocean and those are waves underwater, and you are on some sort of like wakeboard or surfboard or something. There you go. Then the water is below you. And the sunshine is above you. So with a less than sign is always below. And greater than sign is always above. So I'm looking for greater than, so I'm going to symbolize as yellow because I'm looking for above. So I just shade in all of this area. Okay. Now let's do the second one. I'm going to do that one in red. So for that one, you're going to say, okay, negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when I say graph B, that means you're going to plot on the y-axis. Sorry, I should have said that. It's my y-intercept, so it's going to go on the y-axis. And so that's negative 5. And then I have negative 4, which negative 4 is the same as negative 4 over 1. And that means down 4, then to the right 1. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 1. Then I look at my sign, and my sign is a greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to is a solid line versus when it's greater than, it's dotted. So I'm going to go from here to here. Keep going up. There you go. And it's a greater than, and so it's greater than. So this kind of looks like to me, if this was waves, it'd be a very, very steep wave, but that part would be below, and this part would be above. And it's telling me above, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a different color just so you can see where the overlap is. So we're going to have some orange sunshine now. So all this is above. But you can definitely see where they have crossed. And that's just kind of that shaded area there. I'll make it red so it's really, really obvious. This little area here is my solution. So all those, that area is where I'm looking for my solution. Another way to do a test point, another way you've seen it is you can do a test point. So like for this one here, you can plug in 0. And I'm going to do y if I say okay. So what's 3 times 0 plus 7? 3 times 0 plus 7 is going to be 7. And if you look at it, you say, okay, if I plug that in, well, that's on my line. So I saw you kind of did that, but that's on your line. Well, you could plug anything else in. 3 times 1 plus 7. And that's going to be, so that was why you had 0, 7 on your line. That's one of your points, 0, 7. But then you need to plug in a second point if you didn't want to do it my way. This is how you would do it. 3 times 3 plus 7 is 10. Scary, 3 times 1. And so 1, 10, which is actually the 2 dots I got because I graphed it. But you could plug in any 2 points, and then you would just connect the lines. So that would be another way to do it. All right, I hope that helps you. And let me know if you want to meet Saturday morning, because I will be meeting with everybody, or if you have any other questions before then. Thanks.